Hey guys, it's actually TTL back with a rush kit video for you. Now I know you like to have a good look around the systems that we use in and about the office, and on Monday, which I believe is going to be the 27th of January, we will be putting live our Asus Poseidon review. Now it's a graphics card that can be both air and water cooled. So to test the water cooling side of the graphics card, we've had to put a quick water loop together, and this is the system that we're going to be testing with. So it's kind of a little quick sneaky look of the rig and all the components. Now what you can see in the front of the case, just up there at the front, you can see that we've got an XSPC bay reservoir. That's actually a D5 version, so there's a D5 pump in the back. Now, the only reason why I'm showing you that now is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip the case on its side so that we can have a good look of the components and everything that's on the inside of the case, and chat you through everything. But obviously we're not going to be able to see that once I move the case. So anyway, I'm gonna be quiet so that you can have a look. Okay then, peeps. So we've got the rig on the side because it's just the easiest way for me to be able to show you, for it to be lit up. And for you to, still be able to get a gist of where everything is. So we've got the card in here, and you can see that the bulbs come straight out of the side of the card. The fans are still on because it is air cooled and water cooled. You do still need the fans to be able to cool the power regulators, the MOSFETs, caps, chokes, that type of thing up this end of the card. But the water cooling is almost like a core only kind of block, and this helps keep the graphics card temperatures. That's actually my bread maker, if you want to know. That helps keep the actual core temperatures down nice and low. I don't want to talk to you too much about temperatures, but it is a big drop. It's not just 10 degrees, let's put it that way. You're going to need to wait for the full review to be able to see the difference. Anyway, so we've got that. We've got a Rampage 4 Extreme in there, a 3960X running at 4.6 gigahertz. There's an AX1200i just at the bottom here that you can see. On this side, we've got a 240GB GTX Neutron Corsair solid-state drive. That's where our operating system and all of our benchmarks are. There's a 240GB Force LS solid-state drive. On that's where Steam and all of our games and everything are. It's just to keep things nippy. 240GB is more than enough for this bench rig, but that's why they don't match, and that's why they're not in RAID. Now we can see that this hose goes off to the up to where the reservoir area is. Now this is actually the return. The actual feed hose for this radiator goes down the back of the radiator, right the way along the back, just above where the cable routing section is, and then goes into the hose. It's at the bottom, just down here. I'm just going to look to see, make sure I'm showing it. It's actually just here. In fact, I might just be able to zoom you in so that you can see. Yeah, you can. You can just see that gloss black there. That's actually where the there you go, you can just see the hose as well. So we've got that, and then it goes round, comes around the back, goes into the bottom of the radiator, and then obviously the coolant goes round, and then it comes back here, and then when it's there, it goes into the inside of our CPU block, around the CPU block, and then comes out to feed the graphics card. So that's our loop order. It does help keep things quite tidy, I think, because if you think about it, we've only really got this wayward hose, and there's not really anything we could have done about that. Coming outside the graphics card, we've obviously got a 90-degree fitting here, but then it goes into a 45-degree fitting, and they are swivel fittings as well, and that's just so that it gives us the option of being able to tweak things and move things around. It does make things a lot easier when it was, come to hosing it up and everything like that. Other than that, the case itself, people kept asking me, is a Corsair 750D. And when I did the review, I did say it was about a 45mm radiator you could safely get in the roof, and I still stand by that. The 60mm radiator I've got in this with the fans was exceptionally stupidly tight to get in. And just to kind of show you how tight it is to get in, you have to use a very thin screwdriver to try and get the memory out now, because to try and release these, it's nigh on impossible, especially up this side. It's just ridiculously tight. The black memory stick there, the one right at the very end, you have to force it to be able to open it up enough to get the memory in, because the hose is right there. So these are the reasons why I always play it safe, because this, even for me, I mean, I even got some injuries. I don't know whether you'll be able to see, but when I was putting all this in, I cut my hand up, and when I first did it, I had red scratches and stuff all over my hands from how hard I had to struggle to get this 60 in. 60 mil thick is what I mean. If it was a 45 mil thick, everything would have fit in above the motherboard fine, but it's just those extra few millimeters. It was such a struggle to squeeze it in. That's what she said. Could have done with a bit of lube. Anyway, so we've got 16 gigabyte per side, so 32 gigabyte in total of memory, because they're 8 gigabyte sticks. It's 2400 megahertz memory. That is overkill for a gaming rig, but that's the Vengeance Pro that we've got. So we need 4 sticks, and we've got that in there. We've run 2 with the red tops on, but you can remove them, which is why it's red black, and we thought that all balanced out nicely. And we've obviously got the Corsair individually braided cables on there as well. But I'm going to be quiet because it was only meant to be a quick look for you all. Don't forget to look for the review on Monday in your subscription feed, and if you've not subscribed, then you bloody well should have done. But leave your comments underneath. Let us know what you think about this rig. Let us know what your expectations for the Poseidon are as well. And we will be back shortly with another video for you. But for now, at least, this is Tiny Tom Logan with another Rush Kit video for you. Out.